and friends, welcome to Yost Ice Arena. Doug Karsch joining you for another edition of Inside Michigan Hockey. The Wolverines coming off a weekend loss to Cornell. Sold-out crowd at Madison Square Garden. The Big Red get a 5-1 victory. And now Michigan back in CCHA play. In the league, the Wolverines tied for 7th. They travel to second place Ferris for a pair of games this weekend. It has been over a month since the Wolverines have won back-to-back games.
I'm definitely in a little bit of a slump right now, but I think the difference between winning and losing isn't that far off. I mean, a few breakdowns defensively and cost us the game, but I think we're right there, ready to turn it around and get winning again.
We know inside the dressing room that we're all here for a reason, and that we're all going to come together when it matters most, and we know that we're going to need to start putting on a run here, and we know we can do it.
Now, the Wolverines aren't used to these kind of struggles, and with all that has gone wrong, we asked Wolverine junior Derek DuBois what so far, in his opinion, has gone right.
That's a good question. I mean, it's easy to look at all the bad things when you're losing. I think everyone kind of presses on all the negatives, but I mean, we have been scoring goals lately. We haven't been putting the puck in the net, so we got to get back to doing that. I don't know. It's a tough question. I mean,
And we're joined right now by the head coach of the Wolverines, Red Berenson, and let's ask you, what has gone right so far? What do you like?
Well, we've seen glimpses of some good things with the puck, Doug. AJ Trios obviously has been an offensive force for our team right from the get-go. Now, of late, there's a lot more pressure on AJ to lead the team, and we need some secondary scoring. Young Trouba's had a great start for this team. I think our power play has shown some real good glimpses of what it can be if we get it together on a regular basis. And I think we've seen some good things from our young players. You know, I've liked the way Selman has come in and played. I like the way Andrew Kopp has come in and played. And I mentioned Trouba. And we've seen little glimpses of our goalies, but and I think we've seen glimpses of what our team can play like if we get it all together. But right now, we're still trying to put the right pieces of the puzzle together.
Now, just so people know, behind coach is the Michigan baseball team. You walked out and you said they got some size out there as they take to the ice.
Well, they look like a basketball team out there. They're big and lanky, and now I don't know if they can skate, but they're a big hockey team out there.
Before we get into the specifics of Cornell, what about the atmosphere to have a jam-packed Madison Square Garden for Michigan and Cornell?
Well, when we first scheduled this game with Cornell, there was some speculation or apprehension about what kind of a crowd these two teams would draw in a major league city like New York. But it was amazing. It was truly amazing. That place was packed. It was electric. They just weren't sitting there. They were into the game. And the Gardens was never better. Like, it really was a great spectacle, and it's just disappointing from my perspective that Michigan didn't put a better foot forward on the ice. I want to thank all the fans that went to New York from the Ann Arbor area, and all the fans from the East Coast that came to the Gardens. I mean, there was a lot of Michigan fans. It wasn't just Cornell. So it was a great event, great spectacle, and just a disappointing ending to the game.
You got to go back when your team's ready to play better.
Well, we do, and we were ready to play, but I can't tell you we were able to play as well as we needed to. We got a good start, and I liked our jump in the first period, and then we took 4 penalties, or they gave us 4 penalties, 3 penalties that you never should call, but they called them, and we killed all but one, and that got them going and maybe got us on our heels.
Let's talk a little bit about what this team needs to clean up. You're back to CCHA play this week. You got Ferris coming up there in second place, and you obviously need to get on a roll. What has to happen?
Well, we have to play better defensively, Doug. You compare last year's team to this year's team. In the first 10 games, last year we gave up 20 goals, and we scored 40-some. This year's team has scored 40-some goals, but given up 35. And the big difference is those goals against night after night. We're at least 1.5 to 2 goals against away from where we should be. And that's the differences in your record. Last year we were 7-2-1. This year we're under 500. So you've got to play better defensively. Our defense have to play better. Our goalies have to play better. And our back-checking forwards have to play better defense.
The buzz is that you are skating them very hard, that you're working them very hard. Is the message getting through?
Well, we'll see. I mean, we have to work harder. We have to play with more grit, and we have to play with more determination. And part of our working harder, Doug, is to teach our team to play tired. There were 2 instances in that game where our team got caught out in their own zone and couldn't change, and they were playing tired, and they played tentative, tired, and we gave up goals. And those were 2 huge goals in the game. Our team needs to learn how to play tired. So we're practicing tired.
Coach, best of luck.
Thanks, Doug.
And that's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Michigan Hockey. Thanks for joining us. We'll have highlights next week here on MGoBlue.com on the Wolverines series at Ferris. Wolverines with next weekend off, then back in action at home for a pair of games against Western Michigan. For MGoBlue.com, I'm Doug Karsch.